For the introduction, Malaysia has varieties of aquatic ecosystems and resources. For examples, rivers, lakes, lagoons, reservoirs, swamps, mangroves, estuaries, and the seas. Importance of aquatic resources for Malaysian people are supplying us with food, supplying water for domestic, agricultural, and industrial use, medicine, energy, and also transportation. Appropriate approaches to conserve aquatic habitats degradation is crucial due to the direct and indirect impact from economic development, such as approaches in making the stakeholders aware of the impacts of environmental degradation and the application of effective technologies to further optimize the environment. Next, what is aquatic habitats? Aquatic habitats are home to large number of aquatic invertebrates, fishes, and other wildlife in this world. Natural ecosystems such as coral reefs also helps in Malaysia economy through ecotourism. The activities including scuba diving, snorkeling, fishing, and others. Strict management procedures is crucial in order to maintain good conditions in these ecosystems for a successful and sustainable tourism industry. Inland waters include river, lakes, reservoirs, swamps, and rice fields. There are more than 150 major rivers, 100 of which are in Peninsular Malaysia and 57 in East Malaysia. There are over 4,300 abandoned mining pools. Rice fields are man-made wetlands, and there are only a few natural lakes and some man-made lakes in Malaysia. Here are the list of importance of inland aquatic ecosystem. First, water supply and purification. Freshwater lakes and rivers supports most terrestrial water demands by population and industries. Second, act as natural products such as commercial timber, medical plants and fruits, basket and mat weaving. The third, flow regulation and flood mitigation. Lakes and rivers retain large amounts of flood as surface water. Therefore, they reduce the volume of immediate downstream flood water. Marine environment consists of mangroves and mudflats, coral reefs, marine algae and plants, and lagoons and estuaries. There are a lot of functions of marine ecosystem. One of them are maintenance of fisheries production, shoreline protection and erosion control, and prevention of saltwater intrusion. Fisheries resources consist of inland fisheries resources, exotic fish species, and recreational fisheries.
There are 5 marine fisheries resources, which are aquaculture, pond culture, cage culture, aquarium, fish culture, and marine fisheries land. Next, we move to the consequence of unsustainable development. First is urbanization. Many lake and mining ponds have been filled, thus destroying freshwater habitat. Reclamation of land from sea has resulted in sedimentation of beach and alteration of natural ecosystems. Next is industrial development. Due to the lack of strict implementation of environmental laws, many of these industries discharge large volumes of wastewater which pollute water bodies. Food manufacturing and processing plants all release effluents which have high organic matter, resulting in high biochemical oxygen demand and suspended solids. Third is solid waste disposal and sewage. Waste disposal is becoming a serious environmental issue which requires immediate attention. Generally, dumping waste in the sea continues to be an attractive proposition as long as the serious and indirect consequences remain poorly documented and present. As a result, sewage forms a major pollutant in the aquatic environment of the country, especially in the rivers and coastal waters. Next is agriculture. Many wetlands have been reclaimed for agricultural purpose. Conversion of mangrove to agriculture rarely produce a long-term result as the soils are potential acid sulfate soils. Other problems associated with using mangrove as agricultural land include flood and saltwater intrusions. Next is aquaculture. Most environmental problems arise due to the conversions of mangrove forests to aquaculture ponds, which result in destruction and degradation of mangroves and association mudflat. Aquaculture industry is currently threatened by pollution from other sources. Entrepreneurs face huge loss as fish are killed by toxic waste and eutrophication. Last but not least is commercial fisheries. This activity is detrimental to the environment if destructive practices such as the use of dynamite, selective fishing, and trolling in shallow waters are used. Use of explosives can destroy corals, and targeted and non-targeted fish population will suffer massive mortality. The use of excessive amounts of fishing effort can cause a decrease in the biomass of fish stocks to levels below those associated with long-term, sustainable, and efficient production. There are several remedial measures that can be applied according to this issue. First is integrated and holistic environmental management. Second, education and public awareness. Third, laws and regulation. Fourth, make polluters pay. Next is maintenance of river quality, water resource management, biological diversity, development and adaptation of new concepts and technologies, and the last one is research and monitoring. As a conclusion, the manifestations of the disregard to the aquatic environment are already obvious, as seen by the frequent reports on water shortage, polluted rivers and seas, decrease in some fisheries commodities, decline of aesthetic values in water-based recreational areas, and decrease in biodiversity. Various laws and regulations have not been able to deter some of these ecosystems from being continually exploited in unsustainable basis. Concerted effort from all quarters is seriously necessary around the state of the aquatic ecosystem such that their resources continue to provide life necessity for generations to come. The commitment of every individual to protect the environment is a critical element in strengthening the foundation of the country's sustainable development. That's all from me. Thank you.